Okay. Let's go. Yes. Why am I still saving? Oh. I guess I never, like, closed out of the game or anything. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're coming back from the recess. I did rewatch the end of my VOD to figure out where we were. So basically, they're now upset with Edgeworth because Edgeworth was the prosecutor on that case where there was falsified evidence. He was not aware of the falsified evidence. He is not the one who forged the evidence, but he was the prosecutor in charge, so they're mad at him about it. And that's kind of where we left off. My thoughts are color-coded, so if I have to do something immediately, it's red, or happy thoughts are a swirl of my favorite color combos. That's really interesting. I've never experienced or heard of anything like that. Sorry, I was really high and was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I just, like, couldn't, like, wrap my brain around it. So do you think you have synesthesia? There's, like, so many forms of synesthesia, too, that, like, probably... Because I definitely have a few, but none of them are, like, color-related like that. I feel like this music is a lot louder than the last music was. Okay, let's get going. Sorry, Edgeworth. I didn't mean to get you in trouble. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna turn this down, actually. It's a little bit loud. Okay. Don't worry about it. This is my problem, not yours. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, guess I am. What is going on? I'll come back later. Is this like freezing? Why is this being weird? Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? Oh no, he like wanted to say something and then didn't. You got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run all around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here? I've seen happier people at funerals. I take it Lana's having you run errands again? Let me tell you, this is the last time, pal. Here, she asked me to give this to you if there was a break in today's trial. Evidence law? Edgeworth was talking about this just the other day. Okay. Was gonna say no, but then you said it comes in different forms, so maybe, which is freaking sweet. Yeah, look up synesthesia. I had no idea. I feel like there's at least like 60 different types of synesthesia. If I might be making up that number, but there's definitely a lot. I had to do a research project on it once for my biopsych class. It was a group project. I didn't need the grade, so I didn't really do that much for it, but I did end up being like really interested in the subject. And I found out that I have mirror touch synesthesia, emisophonia, and probably some... I want to say there was another one, but now I can't remember what it was. But definitely the mirror touch one was something that I was like, wait, that's a thing? Because like I can't watch anyone get hurt, even if it's like in a movie and it's fake hurt. Like I can't watch it because it hurts on my body. And, like, that's actually a thing. So you can feel colors and sounds a bit. Interesting. Okay, back to the game. You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Oh, I do remember him saying this. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. You could at least study some evidence law, really. The chief prosecutor also wanted me to give you a message. A message? She said, if you're planning to take him on, you're gonna need this book. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Him. Yeah. Gant. I guess I'll need to give this book a thorough read. Evidence law securely slipped into pocket. From Miss Sky explains the 2 rules of evidence law. Said Afterbun played a game solving 5 murder trials. You don't like see them get murdered. It's like a picture where there's like a knife up in the air. I'm not like watching the stabbing happening, please. That would be different and I would not be playing this bullshit at that point. Thank you. Doesn't look like that book will do you any good now, though. Did they need a whole ass book for 2 rules? For real? Look, you couldn't just look it up on your phone at this time, I feel like. All that's left now is the chief prosecutor's sentence. That's where you're wrong, detective. Huh? Oh man, I meant to get more coffee on that break. God damn it. Haven't you figured it out yet? Why I'm still sitting in that prosecutor's seat despite all these allegations being thrown at me? Mr. Edgeworth, the real trial today hasn't begun yet. What? What else is there left to do? Your credibility has been all but ruined with this forged evidence you were unaware of. Emma Sky found out she's unwittingly caused a man's death, and now you're telling me you want to do more? You've got to be kidding me, pal. You're missing the point, detective. Lana didn't murder Detective Goodman. She merely stuck a knife into his dead body. That means the real killer is still out there. What? And we're going to expose him, no matter what it takes. I mean, it has to be Gant, but I still don't know how. This case has hurt too many people. It's time to bring it to an end. For real. I don't think Nintendo would publish anything like that. Lookie's on mobile. Well, you game too. Enjoy Gaming Crunch. Storm friend from old jobs that are up came in and asked for you. Oh my god, how cute. I'm gonna grab some more coffee really quick before we start this. I'm so sorry. 1 second. I meant to do this on the break and I spaced. Oh good, I have to open a new one too, of course. Okay, my bad. Sorry. Sorry. Oh, did y'all used to work together? I feel like I knew this. Almost to the month a year? Oh my god, how cute. That's how you met? Yeah, okay, no, I remember this now. I remember. Okay, let's see what is going on in this here courtroom. Why do I have an accent? I don't know. court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor? The inquiry committee is planning to impose harsh penalties for your actions. Thank you for the news, Your Honor. Yes, well, normally, this is where the prosecution calls forth a witness, but, cough, cough, cough. This isn't easy to say. You see, there is some concern that you, Mr. Edgeworth, may have, struck a bargain? You think I may have manipulated the witnesses? I didn't say that. It's just, you see, everyone has been talking, and... Very well, Your Honor. I have a solution. A solution? That being the case, the prosecution will allow the defense to call forth all further witnesses. What? But there's no precedent for what you're proposing. Undeniably, this is an unusual arrangement, but a very effective one. It would prove that I haven't struck any deals with the witnesses. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? Unbelievable. Edgeworth has found a way to continue the trial. Very well. The defense accepts the prosecution's proposal. Oh, shit. Then it's settled. The defense may now call forth the next witness. Mr. Wright, you do realize this is your last chance. If you call the wrong witness, this trial is as good as over. Oh, fuck! Oh, shit! The defense calls? The time's finally come to bring out the real murderer! It's either Marshall or Gant. We at least have full health. But Gant wouldn't be like covering for Marshall. Wasn't Gant the one who called Lana to say that he needed her to dispose of the body? Wait. Or is this talking about the case where Emma was the murderer? Because it could be different if it's that. Let me open the thing just in case. Case 5. What are we on? Day like 4? Okay. Oh, I just wanted to have it open. Would avoid going to that if you can. You're getting close to it on your own and you might start spoiling stuff. Okay, okay. I didn't scroll down all the way. But I think I'm at the part that I will need to look at if I need help. So if I call the wrong person, it's not going to just immediately end the trial, right? I think that's why I freaked out, is because they made it sound like that. But I do feel it's either Marshall or Gant. But I am feeling like Gant wouldn't, like, cover for Marshall on this. You have a save anyway? That's true. Okay, this wasn't that far into the save. Or Gant. Do we call Marshall or Gant? I know it's one of the two. Because he was up to some fishy shit. But even if he was, he put him up to it. Okay, we're gonna go with Gant, because Gant is the mastermind behind all of this. Let's try it. Damon Gant. The defense calls Damon Gant to the stand. Damon Gant? What does he have to do with anything? As the defendant's partner 2 years ago, Mr. Gant has first-hand knowledge of the crime. I feel we should hear what he has to say about it. Okay, yeah, no, so we're still talking about the original crime then. I think we're talking about the SL9 incident still. And in that case, it happened in his office and he was hiding evidence, so definitely him. I feel we should hear what he has to say about it. If you have an opportunity to call witness, I imagine you'd have to call the biggest guy possible. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. As luck would have it, he should still be in the courthouse. He would also be the least likely to have been manipulated by me in any way. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor? Yeah. You're not gonna be manipulated by anybody, I don't think. He's the one who does the manipulating. Alright, bailiff, please escort Mr. Gant to the stand. Witness, please state your name and occupation. What is this? Some kind of practical joke? I was just on my way to lunch. Your name and occupation, sir. Worthy. Are you sure you want to do this? Your name and occupation. So, you want to play hardball, eh? Please, Mr. Gant. Fine. My name is Damon Gant. I'm the acting chief of police. Now then, Chief Gant, the court requests to hear your testimony. Oh, righto. What's with the grim face? First, let's clear up this SL9 incident. Oh, you mean that time when Lana's sister murdered that prosecutor? Personally, I think it's been made pretty clear already. There are still some things unaccounted for. Oh, like what? Like the role you played in all of this. He twirling his hair, he nervous. Son, either you're very brave or very foolish. Oh, don't worry, I'm brave, honey. I may be foolish, but not on this. Not today. You are aware, of course, that a police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Is that a threat, my guy? Did he just threaten me with weapons at his disposal? Sure, take my testimony, for example. I don't have to give it if I don't want to. What? Is that true? I'm afraid so. The chief of police has the right to refuse to testify. Of course, such an action carries with it certain risks. Don't worry, I'm not here to hinder your trial. Just remember, if this turns out to be a big waste of time, don't say I didn't warn you. And no, this won't be wasting anybody's time, I guarantee it. Very well, the witness may now begin his testimony. Testimony. As I recall, Neil and I were questioning him that day. To make a long story short, we slipped up. That power outage didn't help either. When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Apparently, she had already arranged the crime scene. As you can see, I had nothing to do with the forgery. Is that when Dark was arrested? Him? He was lying on the floor unconscious. When Emma sent Neil flying, it seems Dark bumped his head. I see. Everything seems pretty clear-cut. If the police chief has the right to refuse to testify, then I better hit him hard and fast. Oh, we're cross-examining already, okay. As I recall, Neil and I were questioning him that day. Hold it. As I recall, a ceremony was held at the police department that day. Yes, that's right. I guess you could say I'm a workaholic. After winning his award, Neil was all fired up too. That's probably what spooked Dark and made him run away like that. Was the defendant, Lana Skye, also present in the room? I don't quite remember. At the very least, she wasn't there when Dark ran for it. To make a long story short, we slipped up. That power outage didn't help either. About what? So the two of you ran immediately after him, right? That's right, but Dark made it to the elevator first, so Neil and I split up. He went upstairs and I went downstairs. I guess you could say he got lucky. What's this about a power outage? Oh, that. The elevator stopped all of a sudden, and I got the shock of my life. Well, probably not as shocked as Neil was when that knife went into his heart, though. That's not funny. No, not at all. Ow. When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Hold it. Could you tell us what you saw? It was a shocking sight. Neil and that serial killer were lying in a heap on the floor, all tangled together. Dark was also lying collapsed on the floor? Yes, apparently he hit his head and was knocked out. Well, there's something wrong with that. How do you get stabbed and then you fall on top of the person who stabbed you? Next to them were those two poor girls, Lana and Emma. Lana was cradling Emma in her arms. Looking back at it now, she must have already known what her sister had done. Oh, fuck. Yeah, she knew. Apparently, she had already arranged the crime scene. We're pressing everything, baby! How can you know that? Because of the victim's body, it had already been moved. So that means you found the body near Lana's desk. That's right. I think you said earlier it was my suit of armor that really stabbed the prosecutor? Yes. Anyway, as you can see, I had nothing to do with the forgery. Hold it. You had shit in your safe though, homie, so you had something to do with it. So you're saying that the forgery had already taken place by the time you arrived at your office. It's exactly what I'm saying. I can understand how Lana must have felt, but moving a body and hiding evidence are inexcusable no matter what the circumstances. Is that how it really went down? Staring at the witness won't do you any good, Mr. Wright. Oh, fuck. If you're gonna stare at anything, you'd be better off staring at the court record. Worthy, always the smooth talker. But which piece of evidence ties Gant to the forgery? Lana did admit to forging evidence, but that can't be the whole truth. Somehow I've got to link Gant to the incident. Okay. I don't know on which part we have to present it yet, but okay, I think it's going to be on this last statement. Like, we're going to show that, yes, you actually did have something to do with the forgery. Let's read what evidence law says. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Rule 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. Okay. There's something about this. Have we checked this thoroughly yet? We know it has Emma's prints. Belongs to Emma. We'll keep it to ourselves. Okay. Not that. I feel like it's this jar again? Yeah, I'm thinking the jar too for that same reason. I just wanted to see if there was other stuff, but then that was like way earlier stuff that has to do with the other one. I think it was mobile delay. I think it's this. I think this is it too, for sure. Okay. Objection. You claim you had nothing to do with the forgery, but I'm afraid that is a claim you cannot back up. Explain yourself. Several pieces of evidence were found in your office. Take this jar, for example. That's the blue badger you showed us earlier. A piece of this jar was discovered in your safe. Not only that, but the evidence list I presented earlier was actually found inside your desk. It was found where? Whoopsie. You see, Chief Gant, these articles of evidence uncovered in your office are both concrete proof that you also played a part in the illegal investigation. Bum, bum, bum! You know shit's going down when you got this, like, swirly fucking blue behind us. Murmur, murmur, murmur. Chief Gant, what's the meaning of this? Ho! Here's a defense attorney who may even rival Worthy. So you admit to it, then, that you were involved in the forgery? Who, me? Or do you mean you? Me? Why would I have anything to do with that? Well, you were the one who snuck into my office when you found this evidence. He gonna go with that? Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence, you know. Defense attorneys can do so too. Isn't that right, righto? Objection. However, Detective Gumshoe was present during the investigation. Worthy, my boy. Not even detectives are exempt from the law. Rest assured, Dick will receive his due punishment. What? If Detective Gumshoe's salary drops any further, he'll end up paying to work. Oh my god. Yes, well, in light of the detective's presence, please give us your testimony regarding these pieces of evidence found in your office and their relation to the forgery that took place at the crime scene. My, kids these days no longer know how to put 2 and 2 together. Okay, testimony on evidence and forgery. Says the dude who broke the law, right? Love his eyebrow. Tell the truth. Oh my god, the point. We love it. All right, let's read this testimony. Let's see. What was it now? A jar fragment and a list? For all I know, you could have planted them in my office. Anyway, you can't prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered. If they were found after Dark was convicted, then they're worthless. There's no reason I'd participate in a forgery. Rearranging the crime scene wouldn't help me out in any way. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. When investigating the crime scene, you should have been more careful to observe protocol. You do understand that I'm the chief of police, right? There will be consequences. Oh. Indeed, I believe I will press charges, so you won't make the same mistake again. My apologies, Chief, but would you mind waiting until tomorrow for that? Today is, well, you know. Alright, Udgy, in return, though. I know. That place, right? Huh? What are these guys, telepathic? For all I know, you could have planted them in my office. No, please. I'd appreciate it if you'd stop making these ridiculous allegations. Yes, you do have a point. You wouldn't have the guts to do something like that. What? I'll have you know, back in the day I once broke into a cattle ranch and tipped... Mr. Wright, what are you saying? Anyway, you can't prove you didn't carry in the evidence, can you? If you have proof to the contrary, you're gonna need it later. Later? What are you talking about? What else? I'm talking about when Righto's prints are found. Yes, if they're found inside my safe, they would prove his investigation was illegal. What? Grr, I've never faced anyone as slimy as this guy. Yeah, he's the worst. Anyway, you can't prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered. Hold the fuck up. What do you mean by that? This is all purely hypothetical, of course, But suppose I did place those items in my safe. Such an act wouldn't necessarily constitute forgery. Objection. If concealing evidence found at a crime scene isn't forgery... I'm not through speaking yet, righto. It all depends on when the evidence was discovered. If they were found after Dirk was convicted, then they're worthless. How do you figure? Are you saying this jar fragment wasn't discovered in the initial investigation? It would appear not. After all, it wasn't listed in the evidence list. For all we know, it could have suddenly materialized the day after Dirk was... I pressed A too fast. Oh, and wouldn't that be convenient? Right. The chief is talking about a possibility. So long as you can't rule that out, your remarks, however clever they may be, will only succeed in wasting time. Tell me something I don't know. Come on now, Righto, think about it. There's no reason I'd participate in a forgery. How can you look me in the eye and say that? Because I'm innocent. Remember? Who was it that murdered Neil? I'm not sure I care for the word murder here. But in the end, the person responsible for Mr. Marshall's unfortunate demise was Emma Skye. Well, now do you see? Rearranging the crime scene wouldn't help me out in any way. Really, Chief Gant? At the very least, there's one very large benefit you've reaped from all of this. Oh, I wasn't aware. What is this benefit? That would, of course, be the position you have, Chief of Police. The resolution of the SL9 incident secured your promotion to Chief. That in itself is sufficient motive. Ho ho! Oh, that's a good one. Huh? Do you really think I'm that incompetent? What do you mean? Even without that case, I was already in line to become the next chief. The resolution of SL9 merely sped up the inevitable a little. Is that true, Edgeworth? Yes. He was going to be made chief anyway. Gah! Be careful when pointing that finger, or you might wind up being the one pointed at. So that means there's only one possible motivation for you to commit forgery. If you didn't do it for yourself, then you did it for someone else. I mean, to help Lana and Emma. Don't be silly, Worthy. You know me better than that. There are only 3 people I look out for. Me, myself, and I. I was like, there's others? We knew. There, it's out in the open now. Aji, would you mind if I changed my testimony a little? By all means, please do. I wouldn't be anyone's accomplice if there was nothing in it for me. Nothing in it for you? I mean, she said she would be a prosecutor then if you helped with this. Please. Sorry, but the only person I care about is yours truly. That girl, Lana's little sister, was it? If you think I felt sorry for her, you better think again. I mean, I don't think you would feel sorry for anybody in, like, a non-condescending type of way where you, like, actually feel bad for them. You're right, you don't feel sorry for anyone, see? Edgeworth knows. Be tough on crime and tough on people, that's how I was raised. You seem to be lax enough on yourself, though. Good one. Could there have been something in it for him? Yes, because now he has a pawn in the prosecutor's office. Yes! True, you might not help out anyone for their sake. But if it would benefit you, you might decide to assist someone. Mr. Wright, it appears you're positively determined to portray the chief as a nice man who likes to lend people a hand. That's not what I mean! Very well then. Who is this person you believe Chief Gant may have helped forge evidence? Obviously Lana. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye. The defendant? Duh. I believe it's quite obvious in light of the circumstances. Emma Skye fell victim to an unfortunate series of events. Who would want to help her more than her own sister, Lana? And as for Chief Gant, he would also have a reason to help Lana if she asked him to. That reason, of course, is self-profit. Self-profit? What do you mean? After the SL9 incident was resolved, she moved over to the prosecutor's office. Please, let's get there. Lana Skye was appointed chief prosecutor at the prosecutor's office. Thank you. The person who arranged this job change was you, Chief Gant. Finally. But how would he profit from all of this? He has a pawn at the prosecutor's office who's in charge of the prosecutor's office. What are we not getting here? He would be able to use the chief prosecutor as his puppet. Thank you. I say things out loud and then I see that Edgy has already said them for me. Essentially, he would acquire unchecked authority over all investigations. Exactly. Do you mean to tell me that despite the chief's formidable appearance, he plays with puppets? Is this really what you took from this judge? You're a judge? You were smart enough to become a judge? Bunch of reactions to this game are amazing, by the way. Thank you, Sylph. Oh, wait. You must mean puppet as in someone forced to do his bidding. Never mind. There you go, Judge. There you go, you're getting it. Judges are voted in sometimes. I blame the voting population. I can't read right now. Wow. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, admitted, Chief. You assisted Lana Skye in forging evidence. Your motive? To appoint her as chief prosecutor so you could control her. Righto, my boy. You have quite an imagination. No, I'm right, and we're gonna prove it. Let me ask you something. Go ahead. Do you have any proof of this, that I controlled Lana? For example, is Lana testifying that I've done such a thing? Lana? She's keeping quiet to protect Emma. There's no way she'd testify against Gant. I'm afraid without any proof, this all amounts to nothing more than mere conjecture. Ugh. Unless, Edgy boy, that is also what happened in this incident. Oh, shit. I mean, he did ask Lana to get rid of this body. She had to make it look like there was a different murder weapon than the murder weapon that was used. He was clearly involved. Let's see what's going on. I mean, clearly she's only doing any of this because he told her to, but she never told us this. We just have figured it out. JK, unless... This incident? Or which one would that be? Yeah, we got a couple incidents going on at the time. Like 3. Of course I'm talking about the murder of Detective Bruce Goodman. Fuck yeah. What we just said. The chief prosecutor has been acting strange throughout this entire trial. Almost as if someone has been controlling her! Come on, we're getting there. We're getting there. Worthy, you'd better watch your tongue. I wouldn't want you to get hurt. Just what do you mean? Maybe you should stop threatening people in a court of law, Chief of Police. What he means, Your Honor, is that Chief Gant is involved in the murder of Detective Goodman. Not only that, but the chief is now making Lana take the rap to cover up his involvement. I know you're not acting shocked about this. Are Phoenix Wright and Edgeworth working together? You love to see it. Hell yeah. And we do love to see it. You are correct, Kevin. Asset, order. Mr. Wright, you can't be serious. I have never been more serious in my life. Serious as a heart attack, sir. Huh? This is an affront to the highest ranking officer in our law enforcement agency. To accuse the chief of police of blackmail and murder? That's impossible. Well, I've said it. Now what? Your Honor, I was merely reiterating what Mr. Edgeworth said in easier to understand language. Oh, go throw Edgy under the bus. Okay. It's too late, Mr. Wright. There's no turning back for us now. It looks like he's the one who's decided to go through with this. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Can you prove this, Mr. Wright, that the chief, a high-ranking officer of the law, is involved in this murder? Good question. Regardless of his rank or title, Chief Gant is just a man. The question is he a criminal? I believe the evidence will tell. I see. Alright then. Let's see what Mr. Wright's got, and it better be good. Show us this evidence that ties Chief Gant to the murder of Detective Goodman. Oh, I know where it is. It doesn't say his name on it. I'm gonna still try this because this was immediately what I thought of, but... Fuck you, no fuck you, I'm fine, but I think we can both agree. Fuck them more. Yeah, fuck them. Sorry, that was a lot of fucks. We say fuck in this house. I think it's this. This is the ID card list. Yes, the one that shows who entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. There was one ID on the list we couldn't determine the owner of yesterday. All the sevens. It is his ID number though. Yeah, no, and he's here, so it will be confirmed. Sorry, but there's no way you can prove that's my card number. It's your number. What? How do you know that? The safe in Chief Gant's office requires a code to open. A 7-digit code. 7 digits? You don't mean... I'm afraid so, Your Honor. The code was 777-7777. The same as the remaining ID card number on that list. Chief Gant, you entered the evidence room on the day of the crime! He's sweating. He's sweating, all right. Oh, boy. Order, order. Chief Gant, what do you have to say? Oh, he's pissed. He didn't think we were going to find out. Nothing. He's pleading the fifth. The defense's search of my office was in violation of regulations, and I will demand Mr. Wright be punished to the maximum extent of the law. Shaky fist and sweating, for real, for real. I'm gonna cross-stitch you a sign that says, we say fuck in this house! Yes, hold on. It was a quote. Yeah, 2021 quote. But right now, this court demands an explanation from you about the use of this ID card. Zorio with the raid! Oh, sorry that I just shouted out CO right after your raid. Shout out Zorio. There we go. Portal! How was Portal? I've only played part of Portal 2. How did it go? How's it going? Welcome in. We love you, Zorio. Everyone go follow Zorio. Right, meow. Dot, how's it going? Welcome on in. Great to see you. Titanium Toga Kiss, welcome, welcome. Get rated on. Thank you. Love my trans comrades. Same. How are you doing, Dot? So good to see you. The sweeps have been slow. That's okay. Have you been speedrunning Portal? Is that what you've been doing? I've been seeing that you were playing it a lot. I didn't realize you were speedrunning. Well, that sounds fun. I hope that the times will improve. Did gold a bunch of early chambers though. Nice. GG. Well, everyone go check out Zorio's stream. We love them. And welcome to this stream. I'm Bun. If you don't know me, now you do. We're doing some Phoenix Wright. We are on, I believe, the last part of this case. I thought I've been finishing this game for days, so it's at least the third or fourth stream that I thought I was finishing it. So hopefully I'll actually finish it today. But I do all kinds of variety streams. I'm always chatty, always forgetting what I'm chatting about, you know. So if that sounds like a good time, you're in the right place. Zorio, I hope those speedruns will continue to improve for you. That sounds like a fun time. I've never actually speedrun anything. Stardew is the first thing that I've really been like, huh, I might want to try speedrunning this a little. But it would be a problem because I have all my mods. I would have to like turn off my mods for when I'm speedrunning, and that would just be a thing. Potentially trying to speedrun a Mario hack would be good too. Maybe I'll try to learn how to speedrun one of the buttons when I play it. Okay, so we are at like a really crucial point for the friends coming in right now, where we are accusing the chief of police of like being involved in like forgery and murder and shit, and like controlling the prosecutor's office. So like this is getting real. This is getting real. Greatly enjoyed speedrunning Quickie 2 when I did. Yeah, I'll have to try something like that. Maybe even Quickie 2. Maybe me and Queen try a Quickie 2 race. Like Queen and Bennett. No, my feelings will get hurt if I lose. Never mind. Hey, CIB, it's the truth. Especially this motherfucker. And we will not rest until justice has been served. But I would lose? No, you would not. It would be a really interesting race because I think that we have similar skill levels. But I think you've been playing more than I have, you know? I don't know. It would be an interesting race for sure. Like I genuinely don't know who would win. I feel like I maybe would have more of a chance than I'm giving myself credit for, but also you would really have a chance too. Really need to get back to running the messenger at some point. Ooh. Haven't touched a ROM hack in months. Fair. I play it like once a month maybe. There's just so many games to play, and then I'm trying to do art sometimes too, and I'm barely doing any art. It's just a whole thing. Okay. Let's keep going with this case and see what we have going on here. Okay, he's upset because we've really accused him. We've really got him where we want him right now. And he's not happy about it. Chief Gant, so you admit it. You entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. Obviously. What about it? I'm chief of police. Whether it's the evidence room or the bathroom, what's the difference? I can go anywhere I want. Tell me, when you entered the room, were you alone? I always go to the bathroom alone, as I do with the evidence room. Detective Goodman wouldn't have happened to be with you that day, would he? Of course not. Why would he be? I hadn't seen him in days. Objection. You hadn't seen him in days? Chief Gant, I'm afraid you've just undone yourself. Right? Wouldn't he have seen him at the thing earlier that day? On that day, you had to have met with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? This trial's purpose is to determine Lana Sky's guilt. Objection. No, it isn't, Your Honor. This trial's purpose is to determine the truth. If Chief Gant met the victim on the day of the crime, then we need to determine one thing. What transpired during that meeting? Oh yeah, this is getting serious. We can see the blue swirls of seriousness. In that case, Mr. Wright, I'm gonna have to ask you for evidence. Show us proof that the victim went to meet Chief Gant on the day of the crime. Oh boy, okay, okay. There gonna be something. There gonna be something. This is edgy. Car. I was wondering if you were gonna do the loud car command, Queen. I don't know. This is potentially evidence that he was in the evidence room. was this submitted? It's only partially filled out, so I don't think it was submitted. Right, in the evidence room, okay. What's the point of being able to check this? Yeah, I can't actually check any of these. Okay. See, are you in here? I have a stream elements question. If you can help. I think CO's here and lurking and working. Okay, these are now not from the one. I don't know how to prove this. What's up? I don't want to bother you while you're doing the case. Oh, thanks, Queen. I feel stuck on this. I'll hop on hazard bit alerts to be pocket sand if any cheers under 100. What's the variation setting for that? Yeah, I think it's just the like main one, like before you go into variations. And then variants at 100 bits, 500, etc. Yeah, exactly that. Okay, does anyone have like a helpful hint that isn't a spoiler per se? Because I'm feeling a little stuck. I feel like they saw each other at that awards ceremony for this, but I don't think you were right. Right about what? Have a suspicion but no real hint. Oh, because like you haven't played it before. It's either the note or the king of prosecutors thing, but I don't know if Goodman was at that. Yeah, I think maybe it has to be the note. But the thing that's getting me on the note is that it doesn't actually have anything written on it. Like, it really doesn't have anything written on it that he would actually have gone and turned it into him about. That one evidence list wasn't half of it with Goodman and half of it oh, you're saying for this. Yeah, I guess we'll do this because you're right, it does say it can only be submitted to the chief. We're gonna try that. Detective Goodman lost his ID card on the day of the crime, or to be more accurate, Jake Marshall stole it. So Detective Goodman filled out a lost item report. He would have had to give that report to the chief of police. Yet you were in possession of the report, which means you can't be sure if he filed it. Star with the raid? In the middle of the day? Star in the middle of the day raid? Star, I love you. How are you? What were you doing? What were you playing? Star in the middle of my day? What do you mean? You stream at night. That was a whole surprise. What were you doing? Stardew? How's Stardew going? Are you speedrunning? Are you doing a community center? What's it called? Crafts room speedrun? Did a Stardew speedrun? Just one. So do you do it the way that Cafe Ella does it, where you sleep for the first 27 days? I didn't know that was how to do it. It took 1 hour 22 minutes, which is better than my 1 hour 41 minutes. A big peeb. Nice. You sure do. I mean, I guess that's the way to do it. I didn't know. I would have just started running around trying to find the damn forages. Do all the forages for spring show up on that last day or something? How come you do that? I have questions. I was just talking about how the only game that's ever really made me want to speedrun is Stardew. But I'd have to like turn off my mods for that. Well, anyway, hi friends. Sorry, I was so taken like by surprise that Star was raiding me in the middle of the day. I didn't even welcome anybody. Hello. Welcome, Star Raiders. I'm Bun. We're doing some Phoenix Wright, trying to finish it up today. We do all kinds of shit here though, so buckle up. They just stick around as the month progresses. Oh, so like whatever is coming up on those days is just already, like it's still there by the time you go out on that last day. Have to switch computers. Okay, no worries. I just was like, I didn't know you had to do that at the beginning of the speedrun. Okay. So we are in the middle of this case. We're really accusing the chief of police of some shit right now, and he's not gonna go down without a fight, but like we're fighting even harder. So let's see. He filed it. How do I know, you ask? Because he needed to enter the evidence room that day. He needed to? Yes, to transfer the evidence out. Oh. Detective Goodman took the form to you, Chief Gant. Then you accompanied the detective to the evidence room. I accompanied him? Well, yeah, because he didn't have an ID card. Someone had to let him in. There's no other way the murderer and Detective Goodman could have entered the room. Back to this computer. Yay, welcome back, Star. Hold on, let me guess what you're going to say next. I, the chief of police, murdered poor Goodman. I mean, yeah. Exactly. But wait. The chief didn't necessarily need to accompany him to the evidence room. He could have just lent him his ID card. Yes. Now that you mention it, I believe I might... Sometimes I'm just trying to read it and then it goes. Sorry, but that's not possible. According to the record, your card was only used once. Yet you showed us your ID card earlier. If you had really lent it to Detective Goodman, it would have been found on his body! No! Oh, he melted. He was enraged. Oh, we're getting him. Chief Gant, you didn't. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, we're getting him! The murder was most likely a spur-of-the-moment crime, for no one in their right mind would choose the police department as a place to commit murder. After the murder, you contacted Lana at the prosecutor's office. Why? To dispose of Detective Goodman's body, of course. Objection! You're forgetting, Mr. Wright, that the victim's body was discovered in the prosecutor's office's parking lot. How did he manage to move it there? I was at the police department the entire day, you know. Clearly you put it in Edgy's car! And everyone's aware that Lana stayed at the prosecutor's office after the ceremony. Everyone except me, it seems. Still, you're the chief of police. You have an entire police force at your disposal. Oh, so you think I just ordered an officer to do it? Hey you, take this here dead body over to the prosecutor's office. I don't think so. Chief Gant, you left all the evidence we need to prove how you moved the body to the prosecutor's office. And all this time I thought it was a useless clue just taking up space. Nope, 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 nope. How could the chief have moved the body? Mr. Wright, show us this evidence. Oh, I'm ready to move the victim's body. Chief Gant used this. Present. This is how he moved Detective Goodman's body. What's that? A screwdriver? But what does that have to do with this case? Mr. Edgeworth, think back to the day of the crime. How else would he have gotten together with Edgeworth? He had to have like a reason. Can you take this back for me? What is the screwdriver doing here? It's here because Chief Gant asked me to bring it. I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. Motherfucker, let's go! Get him! He told me he wanted to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. A surefire way to make sure he drove to exactly where he wanted him to drive to. After the ceremony ended that day, I didn't plan to return to the prosecutor's office. But you did, because Chief Gant asked you to. You mean the body was found in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. I think it's obvious what happened. The body was moved by that car. He put it in the trunk and then was like, hey, make sure you bring this here. Come on, come on. Detective Goodman's body was carried in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. Yes. Unless, of course, you have another explanation, Chief. Why else would you have asked Mr. Edgeworth to transport evidence from a closed case? There's only one plausible explanation. To transport the body to your accomplice, Miss Lana Skye. Order, order, order. What's going on here? I'm feeling smug, Judge. Is there no room for rebuttal to the defense's outrageous accusations? Think back to the photograph Miss Starr took at the prosecutor's office. This was not a photo of the body being stuffed in the trunk to be taken away. It was exactly the opposite. It is a photo of the body being taken from the trunk. Chief Gant, please, say something. I believe your time's up. Oh shit, no. I believe your time is up, sir. My time's up? Sorry, Righto, but I'm having lunch with the District Attorney General after this. We have to get going if we're going to make it in time for the early bird special. Objection. But the cross-examination is not finished yet. Remember what I told you earlier? A police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Weapons? Like the right to refuse to testify. I'm invoking that right now. What? That is not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered. Objection! So you're gonna just run away after all this? Run away? Don't make me laugh, Worthy. I stabbed old Goodman, that's what you're saying, right? But if you had any conclusive evidence, you would have presented it by now. Well, You think I had Lana dispose of the body? If so, then show your proof and get it over with. I'll say it again, Mr. Wright. Damon Gant is the current chief of police. This court will not tolerate any accusations against him without concrete proof. Well, Mr. Wright? Your Honor? Do you have any concrete proof? Proof that Chief Gant murdered Detective Goodman and made Miss Skye dispose of his body. I do, but I don't. I don't know. This knife could potentially be it. There's like something about this picture too. this one potentially as well. I mean, I think I have to use this because this is like the murder weapon, but it's not the actual murder weapon. I think it has to be connected to this somehow. I can't figure out any other one that would do it except maybe the other knife. Okay, yes, Your Honor, I do have such evidence. I forgot that I didn't actually click through all this yet. Please hurry up and present it. Just remember, it better prove Chief Gant murdered Detective Goodman beyond a shadow of a doubt. Oh, no. Well, now I don't know. Is it that knife? It's either one of the knives or this picture. I think I'm gonna present this knife. I think it's one of those things where if you present one of the knives, it's like presenting both of them, is what I'm hoping for. Take that. So what exactly is this evidence? It's proof as to whether or not... Oh, it's proof. As to whether or not it's enough to demonstrate the chief's guilt, I'll let you be the judge. But I am the judge. Oh, right. Well, what do you think, Your Honor? What I think, Mr. Wright, is I'm gonna be late for lunch. Oh. Wait, what? Nice, not nice. Is it the other knife? I guess it was not. Yeah, I don't know. Huh. Yeah, no, I thought I did it right too. I'm really confused. All right, I'm gonna try this one. If not, I guess I'm gonna have to check the thing because I don't want to lose all my health. Okay, it's proof. Whether or not it's enough to demonstrate the chief's skill, I'll let you be the judge. I am the judge. Uh-oh, this is the same dialogue. I don't think this is going well. Nope. Well, an ad's about to start. Why don't we just let it start now? I thought that was it too! The murder weapon is not enough? Okay, wait. I think I'm just gonna take a break really quick. And then I'll come back and figure it out. Because we're at 3 hours. I think I took a break at around 1.5 hours. I'm gonna just take one really quick so we can just focus. I have to check it at all, but I guess that is why I have it pulled up. Sorry, I have to figure out where I am. The judge asks a big question and you have to admit I have no proof yet. Okay, okay. We have to say I have no proof yet. It's no use showing evidence. I'm not even sure of myself. Okay, well, I guess I should have figured that out. No, Your Honor, at present, I have no conclusive evidence. Humph. See, Udgy? In that case, this court is forced to penalize you for your allegations against the chief. What? Here's a tip. Never gamble what you can't afford to lose, righto. It seems that Lady Luck was on my side again today. Okay, Udgy, I'll leave the rest to you. Wait, are you for real? Are they taking my health? I warned you earlier, Mr. Wright. This is an affront to a senior officer in our nation's law enforcement agency. Okay. Objection. Lady Luck, maybe we should have a word with her. Gant is the worst, for real. The worst check. I keep forgetting my own emotes. To be fair, it's new. You just made it. You haven't even had it a week. Mr. Edgeworth, what do you mean? There's one lady who knows the real truth behind this trial. Who, Lana? We haven't yet had the honor of hearing her testimony. It is new, but it's beautiful. Oh, it's incredible. Love to see all the Queen subs in chat. A lady who knows the truth, another witness. In the absence of conclusive evidence, the only other method of proof is testimony. But Chief Gant has invoked his right to refuse to testify. There's still someone else, one more witness, who can answer all the questions raised in this trial. Someone right in this very room. Mr. Edgeworth, who is this person? Why are you asking me, Your Honor? Have you forgotten? The defense is the one calling witnesses today. Mr. Wright, does such a witness exist? She may not be willing to tell the truth, but we can't just stop now. Yes, Your Honor. The defense calls forth... Oh, they did not take my health. At least not yet. Lana Sky. Oh, wrong button. The defendant, Miss Lana Sky. She was in the underground parking lot at 5:15 p.m. on February 21st. Her task, to dispose of the victim's body. In accordance with a certain someone's orders. Oh, fuck. Oh, we're getting him now. Mr. Edgeworth? The prosecution has no objections, Your Honor. He says continue. Very well. The court will now take its final recess for the day. In 15 minutes, we will reconvene to hear the defendant's testimony. Oh, that would have been a better spot to take a break. This court is now in Hold on! Oh, shit! No recess? Huh? Chief Gant, I thought you were going to eat. Listen good, Lana. Oh, fuck. He's like, I'm not going anywhere. She's going to testify against me. He's talking to Lana. I don't think you need me to tell you this, but if you accept Mr. Wright's claims, there will be terrible consequences. I think Chief Gant loves the threat. That's right. Your sister will be found guilty for Neil Marshall's murder. This isn't good. Witness intimidation, for real. Of course, you'd never support such outrageous claims anyway, right? Just something to think about. All right, then. I've got a lunch date to meet. Is how he would laugh after that. Fucking gay. You know, sweat check. Okay. If there aren't any further objections, this court is now in recess. The judge looks so clueless, I can't, for real. The judge is clueless, for real. Looks like we managed to stay in the game. Yeah, thanks to your help, Edgeworth. For real, for real. That chief. He's something else, eh, pals? Detective Gumshoe! Ha ha ha, I'm not a detective anymore. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Don't worry, I've already decided where to work now. At your office. My office? Sure. I'll take the place of that top-knotted girl you used to work with. Could he mean Maya? Still, looks like we're all out of moves now. Chief Gant's done it again. How is it he always gets the upper hand? It's not fair he has the right to refuse to testify. Humph, settle down, right? Remember what the judge said. But Chief, that is not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered. Yeah, what are the risks? I'd love to hear them. Risks, what did he mean by that? It's simple. If the chief refuses to testify, the opposite also holds true. You mean he forfeits his right to say anything too? Who's the question marks? It's Emma! Emma, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Emma? Emma, are you okay? Would you tell us that you're okay, Emma? I got it. I can't not. Is Edward our friend? I'm pretty sure he is. I think so. Yeah, when I came to, I was in the medical office. I've been listening to the trial from the gallery. So she heard everything that's been going on. Emma, I'm sorry for what I said before. No, don't be. It was the truth. You know, it's funny. I almost feel somehow relieved. Relieved? Yeah, now I finally know what really happened. To think that all this time, my sister was being blackmailed by that terrible man. And she did it all just to protect me. Ever since her appointment as chief prosecutor, everyone who knew her said she changed. This is why. Perhaps it was easier that way for her. What do you mean? What do you think I mean? To follow Chief Gant's orders. She must have shut herself up deep inside, to force herself to do anything and everything the chief told her to do. That must be why she became so cold. It was all my fault. It's all because I murdered Mr. Marshall. You did not murder him. Hey, don't go blaming yourself now. If you want to blame anyone, blame society, pal. Chief Gant may be able to fool everyone else with his forgery, but he can't fool my memory. I remember now. I knocked Mr. Marshall into that armor. I see. Well, we better get back. It's time for the final act. Emma, why don't you wait? No, I'm going with you. I want to be there when Lana tells the truth. Let's go, right? It's time to end this. Oh, thank God. Super Mew, how's it going? Welcome in. Welcome to Ace Attorney Hell. Save your progress up to this point. Yes, we will save. Can't say I was expecting another save. Hopefully this is not going on much longer. Just like a little double extra save. We live in a society. It's true. Ace Attorney's the furthest thing from hell. It is true. It is fun. It is lost save? Okay. Let's see. Now then, will the defendant, Miss Lana Skye, please take the stand? I'm ready to sleep. All right. Miss Lana Skye, you are the chief prosecutor. I'm sure you're aware of what is required of you. But Mr. Edgeworth, you already know everything. You know all that I've done these past 2 years. Please provide the court with your testimony, Miss Skye. And remember, you're under oath. We want to hear the truth. Of course. The truth. Lana, no matter what happens, I'll always be your sister. Or you can save more if you make a huge mistake. That's good to know. Bun's first place. She's very close. Yes, I am. I'm getting very close to finishing, yeah. We're trying to get Lana to tell the truth. Now then, your testimony, if you will. First, tell us about your relationship with Chief Gant. Everything hinges on your testimony. Come on, Lana. You're the only chance we have to get Gant. I mean, I'm sure she wants him got too, but she's scared of what will happen to her if she does. Storm, good luck cooking. All right, let's see what she says. I worked alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma. Are you sure about this testimony? Your Honor, I'm confessing to a capital offense. Of course I'm sure. But Lana, if this is true, then that means Chief Gant has nothing to do with this. That's what I've been telling you from the beginning. Yeah, but you've been lying! You're covering for him! Why are you still covering for him? Please, Mr. Wright, you've got to help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me. But what if she's telling the truth? She's not telling the truth. She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks stiffly like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony. Yeah, this is no time to start second-guessing myself. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Okay. We just press everything. Oh, wait. Oh my god, we had a recess so I have full health again? Oh my god, yes. Okay, how many years exactly? Ever since I made senior detective. Let's see, I was 24 then, so that would be 5 years. Detective Gant and Detective Skye were legendary partners. I personally saw them testify in numerous cases. You get a heal at each save. I got you. I forgot I had a save. She must have been good coming from the same school as Mia. Damon Gant was a respectable detective. That's why there's no truth to this blackmail theory. Hold it. But think about it, Miss Skye. You didn't murder Detective Goodman. You told me as much yesterday in jail. You still don't get it, do you, Mr. Wright? Any testimony you cannot present in court is as useless as idle gossip. Bitch. I stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. And I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. His name is too close to Demon, and I think that's sussy. Yeah, absolutely. Did you do so to help your sister? Joe Dark was a serial killer. My sister almost became his last victim that day. I didn't want that incident to ruin her life. But what she did was justifiable self-defense. She wouldn't have been charged with anything. That's not the point. She was traumatized that day, all because of that creep. That's why I couldn't forgive him. Lana. So that's why you fabricated the evidence 2 years ago? When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. Demon Gent, stop. You say you did this all by yourself? Yes. Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene? It seems I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken prosecutor award knife was stuck in the victim's body. What? But Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident. That's only a situation you dreamed was possible. The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I'll never change this statement. You mean Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Dark? Something like that. If that is so, what happened to the other murder weapon? Dark was carrying a switchblade knife. Oh, that was lying on the floor a little distance away. It was probably knocked away in the struggle. That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up her lies with more lies. All just to protect me. I mean, and herself a bit, I would say. because whatever he would do to her is somehow worse than like a lifetime in jail, I guess. So when you found the scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to. Yes. I broke off the tip of Dark's knife, planted it inside the wound, then moved the body. Wait, what? You planted the tip of Dark's knife in your victim's wound, and then you moved the body? But why? Why would you do that? Why did it go so fast? I didn't even touch anything. You, of all people, should know, Edgeworth. You've always had a good head on your shoulders. My head isn't that bad, but maybe I ought to ask for the sake of others. I mean, I know why she planted the knife, so it made it look like he did it, but maybe why did you move the body is what we'll ask. Hey, Mitsubishi fan, how's it going? Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Alright, we'll ask why you moved the body. When you showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body? It was where you deduced it was, by Chief Gant's desk. But the body was found by your desk. Why did you move it there? The reason for that is simple. Let's have the witness explain this in more detail. The reason Miss Skye moved the body... Oh, okay. The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan. Pieces of the jar? You mean... Yes, that wretched jar you showed us earlier. In order to show that Dark committed the crime, I felt it would be more expedient to move the body. So, when you first found the body, the jar was already... Of course, it had been shattered to pieces. If you looked at the crime scene, it would be clear right away what happened. Good about to game Gran Turismo 2. Nice! Enjoy! Neil Marshall was dead and Dark was lying unconscious. In other words, the jar must have been broken during their struggle. I see. How do you write Emma on it then? What's the matter, Emma? Apparently the jar shattered at the time the crime was committed. But I have a feeling there's more to it than that. Yeah, there must be a contradiction here somewhere. Well, stopping by, enjoy your stream and day and game. Positive vibes and love. Oh, thank you so much. I hope you do the same. Thank you very much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Anyway, I committed this fabrication completely alone. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma. So you rearranged the crime scene. Are you sure you didn't do this to keep Emma from looking like the murderer? How many times do I have to tell you, Mr. Wright? Emma didn't do it. Period. Are you so desperate to hide that fact? Like, did she do it? There's really something going on here. You're willing to risk the death sentence? She's lying. She did it so I wouldn't be blamed for what happened. In any case, as a prosecutor, what I've done is unpardonable. There's nothing I can do to make up for my actions. Mr. Wright, my sister's lying. Looks like she's determined to protect you to the end. She insists she fabricated the evidence by herself. There's no way she could have done it alone. I've got to get Lana to talk more. If she's lying, she's bound to slip up and make a contradiction. I have to press her more. I'm gonna press this one again. Planted the tip of... Okay. Why would you do that? You of all people should know. You've always had a good head on your shoulders. I guess we'll say, why did you plant the knife? But why did you do that? Come on now, Mr. Wright. Even you should be able to figure it out. Very well. Let's add this to the witness's testimony. The reason Miss Skye fabricated the knife. I knew the tip of the weapon found buried in his body would be all the proof we needed. According to your testimony, Prosecutor Marshall's broken knife was the murder weapon, right? Yes, and leaving it at that might point the blame away from Dark. I felt the most effective way to get him convicted would be by having the tip of his knife found inside the victim's body. So you buried it inside the victim's stab wound? Yes. Because I hated Dark for what he did. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma. Okay. Rev, thank you for the 100 biddies. I feel like I'm supposed to get her to... Let me just press everything again and see what happens. 5 years, legendary partners. No truth to it. If we've already read it, I'm kind of just skimming over it. Think about a misguided murder Detective Goodman. Told me as much yesterday in jail. I think I did. Did you do so to help your sister? Joe Dark was a serial killer. My sister almost became his last victim that day. Right, we already read this. Reach the crime scene. Oh, we already asked all of these things. This unlocked a new part of the testimony, though, so it might be the next part. Am I supposed to be presenting something? I think I, like, spaced on what I'm trying to do right now. Soon what? But like now I want to know what's soon. Oh my god, that was a bit too lewd. I can't. Y'all are too much. Sure you didn't do this, Steve. Emma from looking like the murderer. How many times do I have to tell you, Mr. Wright? Emma didn't do it, period. What do you mean, get her to talk more? I'm really like going in circles right now, I feel like. Okay. I feel like this statement, though, is off. Because, like, the reason she hated dark did have to do with Emma. But I don't think pressing it does anything else. I'm going in circles. I don't know what to do next. Right, so what am I supposed to do? Do I present something? Am I supposed to show the contradiction? Wait, I have an idea. Okay, I do need to present something. Okay, I think I think it's this. You did also just get a save, that's true. I'm gonna try that instead of overthinking it and everything. Let's just try this. Your Honor, what do you think about the witness's statement? I'm not sure I follow. It clearly contradicts. Oh, no. Okay. I mean, I think this maybe is the statement. Also, Jeb Bates is making me feel like I'm getting jebaited, okay? Just needed to say it. Thank you, Queen. Games know what they're doing. Like, I don't know if jebaited was a thing back then, but it sure is now, so. I think I'm gonna try presenting it again, but I might, if this is wrong, I might have to check, because I think it's this, just on a different statement. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. Uh-oh. I feel really dumb about this. I might be a bit ahead, yeah. Where like I've just put it together and I'm trying to get there, but the game doesn't think I've gotten there yet. Yeah, it seems too early for debated. Yeah, because we pressed this statement and then got this statement added. The tip was found in the body, yeah. But we don't have it as, like, evidence. Like in the court record. That's okay, I can look it up on the guide if I need to. I'm just still trying to figure it out myself really quick before I look it up. Because it's still more satisfying to figure it out yourself, you know? But then it's like, I don't want to waste all my health and my time and my brain power when I could just look it up too. So there's like a fine line. I mean, something about this knife maybe? Was there even a loud car? I didn't even hear it. I believe you, but I think there's sometimes more satisfying when you do it yourself, queen. Maybe this? I don't know. Loud care is what I do to my friends when I scream compliments to them. Oh my god, I love it. What a typo. Fun alone or with friends? This is just tricky because it's like there's two different murders that we're talking about and I just keep getting like lost in both of them, you know? We already looked at this. I've already looked at these. Does it have something to do with Emma's drawings? I feel like I need to take notes playing this game because I thought it would feel like more work than play to me. Sucks when you feel so much progression and then everything just comes to a halt, right? Like, no, I got it, but what do you mean? I'm stuck on this. I'm so confused. I think I'm just gonna look at the thing because this is stopping me for no reason. It was the jar. It's the jar. Press the new statement. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me just really make sure I'm on the right one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it says press the fourth statement. We pressed this. Oh wait, no, that had been the fourth one, and then the I broke off one was a new statement. And then we asked, why did you move the body? Wait, it says the pieces of ... and I don't have that. But I've pressed everything. So hold on. Press this again. You planted the tip of Dark's knife in the wound and then you moved the body, but why would you do that? We ask, why did you move the body? When you showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body? It was where you deduced it was, by Chief Gant's desk. But the body was found by your desk. Why did you move it there? The reason for that is simple. Let's have the witness explain this in more detail. The reason Miss Skye moved the body. Oh. The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma. Okay, somehow there was something I hadn't pressed. And it's this. So this was the new statement. The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan. Do I press it more? Pieces of the jar. You mean... Yes, that wretched jar you showed us earlier. In order to show that Dark committed the crime, I felt it would be more expedient to move the body. Wait, but I already asked this. Why is it making me ask it again? I remember asking this. You're in trial ladder 2, by the way. Thank you. Dan Cash, how's it going? This is one of my Switch wish list for long. You should play it, but also then you should not watch me play it if you're gonna play it, because we're at like the very end of the last case. Because you didn't present it apparently. Huh. But it like went away. That's really weird. I haven't presented anything yet still though. I felt it would be more expedient to move the body. So when you first found the body, the jar was already shattered to pieces. If you looked at the crime scene, it would be clear right away what happened. I think since this had a split dialogue at that one press, you didn't add it to the other dialogue before it looped. Oh, that's really fucking weird and annoying. Near Marshall. Oops. The jar must have been broken during their struggle. I see. What's the matter, Emma? Apparently the jar shattered at the time the crime was committed, but I have a feeling there's more to it than that. Huh. Oops. God damn it. I pressed A instead of going back because it was on the last one. That's really annoying. You know what? It like changed that second to last statement depending on what question you asked. Storm set off the smoke detector. No. All right, the cursed jar. Let's present. You're still good. That's good. Okay, Miss Sky, I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister. You mean the forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered? If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I am compelled to bring it to everyone's attention a significant contradiction within your testimony. A contradiction in my testimony? You testified, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan." Her plan. That's right. Do you have a problem with that? It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on this jar with the victim's blood. Yes, the prosecutor must have written it in his final moments. Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies. In order for the victim to be able to write his message on the jar, it must not yet have been broken before he died. Bum, bum, bum. He couldn't have written Emma's name on a shattered jar. The truth. Order. Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed in regard to this jar and its bloody message. We may be missing something critical here. Something critical? Chief Prosecutor, it seems you're as in the dark as we are about the truth towards which we are headed. What? Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth. Very well, the witness may now continue her testimony. Shit, so that I can hear in the basement with headphones on. Well, I mean, that's good. That means it's a good one, right? Exactly. Also a sensitive one. Ugh, it's not good when it's good and sensitive. Gotta open up some doors, oh boy. Lurk while I make sure he's not burning our house down. Good luck. All right, jar and message in blood. We got testimony. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar, but it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered. Why though? You mean you were the one who wiped away the message in blood? I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time. She didn't think Dark was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence. What? Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. There's just like a lot going on here. A lot to unpack. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar. We're just gonna press it all. So the jar was already broken. It's a miracle that thing hadn't broken earlier. It certainly looks as feeble as the defense's case. Not as feeble as the judge's judgment. Oh shit, Phoenix. You were an ace detective who never missed a detail. Do you really expect us to believe you didn't investigate what was written on the jar pieces? Normally I would have, but it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. Hold it. So you didn't know your sister's name was written on the jar? No. If I had known, I would have gathered all the pieces and ground them to dust. Well, that helps my case. Lana, you do that for me? It seems you two might make up yet. Anyway, I just barely had enough time to move the body as it was. If someone happened upon the scene, you'd lose your chance to erase the evidence. You must have been in a hurry. I was. I knew I had to destroy the evidence before anyone came. This is rather shocking. Yeah, she's just like admitting this. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. Hold it. I'm afraid this action of yours reveals what really happened. What do you mean? If you really thought Dark killed Prosecutor Marshall, you wouldn't have wiped away the blood. What else could I have done in that situation? Lana, I only had a few moments. There wasn't enough time for me to do anything else but gather up the pieces. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. But how could you see with the power out? It should have been pitch black in that office. A detective is always prepared, Mr. Wright. Even now, I always carry a pocket light and a camera with me. Even I carry a bottle of emergency luminol wherever I go. I never miss anything. I got every last piece. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered. Oh, I forgot to press that one. More contradictions have surfaced in her testimony. Your sister's really putting up a fight. She must really care about you. Still, she's not doing this the right way. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to press that last one on accident. Casual luminol bottle, like she just keeps it in her purse. Oh, an ad is gonna, go in a minute. I guess I'll just make it go now. Ever just go to a new place and just whip out the luminol? Oh, always. If I feel weird, I'm like, maybe there's traces of blood around. Gotta check. Okay, I don't think I pressed this one. Okay. So you illegally rearranged the crime scene. Yes, I don't have any excuse for my actions. I'm so sorry, Lana. I didn't know. I've treated you so badly all this time. It's not too late. There's still plenty of time to make up. After we've gotten to the bottom of this incident, no doubt this day will leave a permanent stain on the history of the prosecutor's office. More contradictions have surfaced in her testimony. Okay. I'm still missing something. How did she really know that there was blood on it, though? If it was dark. I'm gonna just run to the bathroom while the ad's going really quick. Okay. So welcome back. Okay, so he said that this was the one that gave it away. Do I need to present something? I don't think so. I'm afraid this action of yours revealed what really happened. When you press that one. I'm just feeling lost on like what it wants me to do. Am I supposed to present something though on one of these? Sometimes it's really unclear. It is. It's so frustrating when you have it like figured out and then it's just like acting like you don't. Also welcome in Lulala. I love that name. So fucking unclear though. I don't get it. Like we're right there, but then we're going in circles, you know? I'm wondering if it is the next one. You have to jump from A to J just to get to Z, even though you know how to get to Z without knowing how to get to J. Exactly. No, that's exactly what it is, Queen. And one of the newer ones I just kind of selected until I was happy. That's a mood. At this point, you're trying to disprove that Lana wiped all the blood away. Oh! Thank you. That's all I fucking needed to hear. I just felt very like there was something I was missing. Okay, we present this then. Thank you. Miss Guy, I believe this jar conceals a truth even you were unaware of. What? We found the final piece of this jar in Chief Gant's safe. In the chief's safe? But how? Oh, thank God we figured it out. I knew it. She really didn't know. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was still blood on it. Bum, bum, bum! Free your mind, the rest will follow. I don't remember the rest of the words, but I definitely know that. Okay. Still blood on it. What the fuck is happening? What's going on? But the witness just testified. We know what she said, but look what it looks like. That she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off of them. Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one to show up on the scene. Oh shit! Chief Gant got there before you! Bum, bum, bum! What? What? But couldn't the defendant have simply missed a piece? Yeah, but I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective. Yeah, that's fair. That may well be, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. They were in my mouth all along. Have you forgotten, Your Honor? When this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken. Oh, that. There's no way a name could have been written on a shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness. No, I just want Bun serious. That's just Bun with those anime speed lines behind her. It does get, you know it's getting serious when these lines are back here. For sure. I hope you're not implying that this person was Chief Gant. At the time, he was looking for Dark downstairs. Besides, even if he was there first, why would he break the jar? Objection. The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide that fact for 2 years? 2 years. Did I say that wrong? Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that? Hell yeah, objection. Wait, we got an objection command too. Too much fun. I want to have that like copied on the clipboard, ready to go. Okay, wait, I'm not the one on trial here. Demon Gant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. Oh yeah. He proceeded to break the jar and purposefully hid one of the broken pieces. Why? Question: what is this action called? Fabrication of evidence. But why would Chief Gant do that? Because he's a demon! In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear? What happened afterwards? Discovering the scene, Lana Skye believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gant's aid. Lending her his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark, sparing Emma, and therein lies the reason. The reason why Miss Skye became the chief's puppet. She bit a thumb! No, I did it on my own. Please, sis, stop trying to protect the chief. I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake. No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients. Foul lies? Imagine that coming from my own client. I'll be at the courthouse every week with popcorn if they were like this, for real. I guess you do seem the type who likes to twist the truth. Wait a minute. No. We love the truth. What if we're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap? Oh shit! We're right where he wants us? Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Lana may be right after all. What do you mean, right? So you do tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright? Miss Skye, please testify once more. So that's like a Bond villain. But Brad, hello, how are you? If evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie. Yeah, did Gant kill these motherfuckers? But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall. Miss Skye, if you will. I can't... There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change a thing. Yeah, Brad, I think this is the actual finale now. And honestly, this has been so long that even if I didn't have a migraine on Friday, like, I don't know if I could have finished it anyway. However, there's a possibility that it will if you tell the truth. He said, tell the truth. Very well. I can't leave, but it's dinner. They're gonna have to deal with me watching at the table. I mean, to be fair, you and Storm were watching. Anyone else is gonna have to just suck it up. Do I have to, like, not cuss because of children? I'll do my best. Alright, she says, very well. I'll testify about what I really saw. She gonna do it. She gonna do it. Alright, the witness may testify once more for the final time. Actual crime scene testimony. Let's go. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor's sword. Emma and Dark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what had happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it, but if it all really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent. Unbelievable. The body was impaled on the armor's sword? You were the only one who saw that? If only you had proof. Actually, I do have proof. Also, Talia, welcome back. That sounds amazing. Baja Blast. Murderer. She does have proof. Where's the proof? What's the proof? I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning. To me. It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed. I don't remember receiving a picture like that. Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright, she really does have faith in you. Wait, what? Very well, Mr. Wright. Please present this picture. I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lana. Was it in the book? It must have been in the book. I seem to remember getting something from her then. Let's check that evidence again. There must be a picture in there somewhere. Yeah, I guess so. I definitely checked the book, though. I'm trying to figure out if I can open it. I don't see a way of opening it. Oh? Yep, it was the edge. We figured it out. There is a picture here! This is the actual crime scene. No other detective saw the crime scene like this because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I had rearranged everything. Haters will say it's AI generated. Stop. Lana's picture inserted into the court record. Oh my god. Gasp, Mr. Wright. That piece cut out from his vest. Could that be the cloth? He made her touch it so her prints would be the cloth we found inside Chief Gant's safe. What's this? A handprint, isn't it? Fuck. That cloth. It had fingerprints on it. Whosever fingerprints those are must be the real murderer. Well, bitch, they're yours, so... What about those fingerprints? They're yours, Emma. Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright? Anyway, let's get on with the cross-examination. So long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flesh out the real murderer. Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Are we ready? The actual crime scene. Let's go. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor. I didn't even press anything yet. He's back. Come now, Edgy. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen. Chief Gant. What, now you want to make me out as the bad guy too? If so, I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense. Oh, no. You forfeited that right, baby. I'm afraid it's too late for that. What? You already declined to testify. That means you forfeited your right to make statements of any sort. This must be that risk we were talking about earlier. Yeah, we sure were. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your own neck. Bitch! I don't know how to make that sound. So what? You think I'm worried? I think you're fucking shitting in your pants right now. Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't need to make any statements. What do you mean? The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence. Yes, that's true. Wait, you mean you still have some conclusive evidence? No, I don't, but someone does. He wants me to use it against her? So what's your excuse, Righto? Why have you been keeping quiet about it? Oh, well, because any other time I tried to present it, I got my health taken away, so. You do have something to show us, right? Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death? Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt? Is this true, Mr. Wright? That's not fair. If I show that piece of evidence now, I'm sure to be made out as the murderer. Okay, this case has really made a new anxiety for me just drop. Where, like, if someone is coming for you and you push them out the way, and, like, they accidentally die, now you're a murderer? Please. I don't have time for that. Mr. A, if you have any more evidence, present it now, and if you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries. Okay. What do I do now? I better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present that piece of evidence? This case may not be representative of an actual court of law. The one that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall? I feel like I can't show this evidence. But also, I don't want to appear before this board. Who's legal? I feel like I have to. Yes, Your Honor, I do have further evidence. All right, the time's finally come to show it to them. Oh no, Emma, oh no. It says cannot and not don't. If you show it, more stuff may come up. Yeah, I think I have to do it. Those prints have got to be the Chief's. Now let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall. It's a piece of leather cloth? Yes, it most likely was cut from the victim's vest near his chest. What's this? There's a big handprint on it. Surely it must have been left on the cloth by whoever shoved the victim into the sword. What? Whose fingerprints are on this? I'm sure Righto has checked, haven't you? Well, whose are they? They're Miss Skies. Miss Emma Skies. What? They're mine? So I really did do it. See, I told you it was conclusive. Objection. But this was found in your safe. That means it's possible you forged it. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember any cloth in my safe. Do you really expect me to believe that? But give it up, Mr. Wright. It's over. No. I've spent so many hours of my life on this, it is not over. You shouldn't have presented that! Oh no. By presenting that evidence, you tied Emma Sky to Neil Marshall's death. Oh no. I shouldn't have done it. It appears we have our killer. Uh-oh. I picked the wrong thing. Oh. Okay. Guess we load the save data. I'm gonna go ahead and take a break after that while I scream into the... Here we go. Okay. Let's see where we're at. Welcome back, you got this? Thank you. I'm sorry. I got really cranky about that, but it sounded like I wasn't allowed to not present the evidence, so I thought I had to. God. So I think I'm here then. Lana taking the stand. Okay, we have her testimony. I forgot I could press B. Right. Yeah. We'll press her fourth statement only. Okay, we'll cross-examine. And it just says to press the fourth one. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll press it. We'll ask, why did you move the body? Oh, you have to press this one, and then why did you move the body? Okay. Well, and there were some parts where I was going in circles trying to figure it out too, so. Present jar. To make you go through all of this instead of just redoing the part you messed up on. Alright, so he's gonna do another testimony. We need to present on the fourth statement. Present yet. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, they at least already told you not to present that evidence next time, but it's a bit fucked. It's so far in, right? They should have a save right before that if it's like gonna just end it. I don't know. Yeah, it says don't get tricked here when given the chance so you cannot show evidence. Jesus. We're very close to where I was though, so it's not as bad as I thought. I just need to make sure I end soon, so I can get us food and stuff, and I'm not leaving late like I have been. Yeah, a very Ace Attorney thing to happen. Chief can't go there before you. Yeah, we haven't even gotten the picture yet. Yeah, having you to check the guide for me has been really helpful, so I haven't had to, like, look at it, you know? 1,000,000% yes, queen. I chose Greendale because of the way the guy did the thumbs up in the commercial. Oh, okay. We're past this. Okay, there's gonna be another testimony. I'm glad that you got that, Queen. I don't know if anyone's ever actually asked about it before. This game when you know exactly what to do honestly goes super fast, yeah. Really do love Community. Such a great show for a while. It's so good. All of it. Still in the middle of the trap. Okay, here's this testimony. After the testimony, I have to check for the picture. The sassy button clicking is cracking me up when I'm like clicking faster than it will actually let me go through it. I'm mad. Like I should have known, but I'm mad that I did it. Fury is clicking. It's true. Check it. Okay, it was like a very weird edge of it. Here? Okay. Picture. Hey, there's a picture here. Thank God. Actual crime scene. Okay. Yeah, it's the cloth. What's this? It's a handprint, isn't it? Loud honk. That could be a loud car. The cloth that had fingerprints on it. The real murder, but they're yours. Let's get on with the cross-examination. Okay, Gant's gonna show up. Hold it. Gant's back. Demon Gant. It definitely was a car honk, but goose honk also works. This bitch. Blah, blah, blah. Nope, we're not giving you shit. We're not giving you shit. She ain't no murderer. You are. I don't give a fuck about no board. You fool me with that once. Cannot show evidence. Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. What? You lie! Oh wait, no, this definitely was the way to go, because now he has to like admit that he knows he was he has to admit that he was holding on to evidence that he knows we have, but we're not admitting to having. Okay, I see this now. I see this now. I see this now. I just got scared by that board at first for some reason, as if I, Bun, am going to have to go in front of some board of inquiries. I don't give a fuck. I'm not a lawyer. They're not going to take my fucking lawyer badge away. Okay. You opened my safe. I know you took what was inside. Oh, shit. Yeah, I did figure it out. I did figure it out this way. And I didn't scroll past the cannot show evidence thing, so I have no idea what's past that on the guide. It's really good about, like, helping you not scroll past where you need to go. Unless you want to. Okay. You opened my safe, I know you took what was inside. The conclusive evidence. What evidence? What could you be referring to? I don't know what you're talking about. Mr. Wright, why don't you show them? We found it together. Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? No, the other truth, honey. You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it. I mean, yes, but also the other truth. What are you talking about, Chief Gant? Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture. See the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area? Looks like part of it's been cut out for some reason. You mean you had this in your safe? What? That means you, the chief of police, have been concealing evidence! This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had the gall, righto? My gall's just fine. Well, I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. I'll tell you what really happened. Oh, please, okay. So you have a chance to lie to us too. What? You mean you admit to it? I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. Yeah, we know. Bun's big gulls. It then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana. So you really were manipulating her? I knew Lana. If I made it look like the blame lay with her sister, that when she saw the scene, she would ask me for my aid. So you assisted Miss Skye. I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room. And I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dark convicted. When I tampered with the crime scene, I hid 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you. 2 pieces of evidence. You mean those items in your safe? But why? For insurance, of course. Insurance? I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed. You mean you were calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence? What do you take me for? A fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. See this jar fragment? I hid the most legible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood off all the pieces. Objection. Thank you for the loud car. Vachime! Jar fragment. Call Abe to the stand. How are you? Great to see you back. But if you fabricated all the evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the message on this jar too? I mean, he did. Ho ho ho. Some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I kept one more item for insurance. You mean that piece of cloth? Come on, Righto. Cough it up already. I know you have it. What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright? So you admit to it then, Chief Gant, that you were hiding the cloth you cut off the victim's vest in your safe? Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to do that, being chief and all, but it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer. But you are the murderer, and you just admitted it. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you could present. Foolish move, Righto. You should have shown it then before it was too late. Yeah, but then it ended the game, you little bitch, so don't even say that to me right now. It's been a long battle, but the moment of truth has finally arrived. Wheatley's here to bark whenever an objection is needed. Oh, Wheaties, get pets from me. As long as I don't mess up here, victory is mine. I think I still need to say cannot show evidence. I at least have full health. But yeah, I don't actually have time to go through all of this despite the health. Events now transpire when you're now given the chance. Now show the evidence. Okay. Okay, we show it now. Insta game over, for real. That was fucked up. Alright, we'll show the evidence now. I do have evidence to present now. I think it's just the cloth. Present the strip of cloth. Yeah, don't confuse me here. You're not trying to confuse me, sorry. I need to end the stream to like be able to get food and get you, so. Alright then, let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall. Okay. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest. Oh, yes. At last, you finally brought it out into the open. There's a handprint on this piece of cloth. Jesus. Cars. Your Honor, the prosecution requests that be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. This handprint on the leather. There must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly. You mean it could not have been forged. It must be authentic, conclusive evidence. What are we getting at here? You're slow on the uptake as ever, Worthy. What? Think about it. Righto had all this time to present this evidence. Yeah, he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be? That makes sense. Last time you presented this, you didn't have justification that he actually fucked with it. Yeah. You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that? Mr. Wright, do you really know? Whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they? Very well. I'll tell you. It should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. The person to whom these fingerprints belong to is... Emma? Emma Skye? What? They're mine? Blame it on Edgeworth and run. I'm sorry, Emma, but why? Why didn't you tell me? Oh ho ho. You're really something, Righto. You knew this girl did it all along, and you still tried to pin the murder on me. So it's true. Tragic but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death. Hold it. How could you? You monster. Miss Skye, you knew whose fingerprints those were all along, yet you acted like she really didn't. I'm the monster? Miss Skye, it's not over yet. What? I said this trial isn't over yet. Ha, but I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career, too. You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy. Yeah, why is he still allowed to speak? Suddenly he can talk again? What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer? I mean, you're the one who did, but okay. Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up. Oh, and what's that? Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall? I was already reading Neil when I was saying killed, so I said Keel. Anyway. What? Chief Gant, you are absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask? I can't talk anymore. It was Emma Skye, wasn't it? No. I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction. Well, yeah, he said he put it in the safe before she got there, pretty much. What? A contradiction? What is this fool babbling about? I'm talking about a contradiction. One that proves who the real killer is. Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth, what could it possibly contradict? Chief Gant, your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth. Well, now I don't know what it is because it's so specific. I'm gonna just check because I'm worried that I'm not gonna finish it. I think, oh, it is, yeah, it was the picture, okay. I was thinking it was this, but I wasn't sure. It's absolutely the photo since Lana said she took that photo before calling anyone. You're right. You're right. You're right. Right. Okay. Yep. And what exactly is this supposed to be? You're right, because he was saying he, like, put stuff in the safe and then left, and then she got there, took this picture, and then called for him. So that means that he definitely cut out this and put it in his safe. Okay. What exactly is this supposed to be? This is the picture Miss Sky took. Take a good look at it. See where the piece of his vest was cut out? Yes, his shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest, though. Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs no doubt were punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth. Oh, but that piece of cloth. Like, it was already removed. Because it's on his shirt. And there's no blood on there, yeah. Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. But Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time. No, because there was no blood on there. No, this is nonsense. Now then, Chief Gant, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside. He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out. If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Sky? Oh. Before Miss Lana Sky picked up the unconscious prosecutor and impaled him on the armor sword. Then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood. A jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue. And make Lana believe her sister did it. Remember what you admitted only moments ago? That you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest? Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you proved that you were the actual murderer. Oh shit. He screams now. Get so mad when they're obviously contradicting themselves on stand and the judge is like, well, Mr. Wright, how do you explain that? For real. Like, do you not see all the things I'm seeing right now? It's finally all over. How dang he gonna explode. Yeah, for real. The animation is wild. Also, we didn't do a loud car. Hold on. Heh. Heh heh heh. Oh. That was close, right? Oh, you almost had me. Sorry. But you'll have to do better than that. I refute your allegations. What do you mean you refute his allegations? You see that piece of cloth? Is illegal evidence. Order. What nonsense is this? Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, Reggie? Earlier, Righto here concealed that piece of cloth. So then, what's your excuse, Righto? You do have some conclusive evidence, don't you? Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. Well, that's true. The defense did refuse to present evidence. At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence. But that's not fair. Ho ho ho! Did you actually think you could bust me in court? It looks like the last laugh's on you, son. Or is it? I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct. What, Mr. Edgeworth? True. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal. Well, Mr. Wright? Right, because what did it say? Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. I mean, I think this can be helpful. Let's see. It seems at last the time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived. Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? That you purposefully and illegally concealed this piece of cloth? I don't know what to admit to on this, and I need to end. We say, I did not. That's what I thought. I did not. I admit, I refused to present it at one point. Aha, so the evidence is illegal. Objection. No, it wasn't really concealing. It just wasn't the time to present it. No, it isn't, Mr. Gant. Huh? It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't. What do you mean? You couldn't? Yeah, there was something about how it was phrased as cannot. There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence. No, Aji, don't listen to his lies. He's nothing but a coward. You can't really believe... Objection! There's only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not? Very well, let's settle this once and for all. Earlier, you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so now. What does it mean? Was it the book? Okay, that's what I thought. Let's try. This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence, law. What's this? Had to prove its connection before you could show the cloth. I got you, I got you. Okay. I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth. Nothing more. What? You see, it's written right here in this book. The second rule of evidence law. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Found this piece of evidence myself inside your safe. It goes without saying, I did not have approval from the police department. Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And, here's the crux of the matter. You see, at the time, it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident. What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and... Objection. Sorry, but can you recall? When was that picture presented? That was shown only a few moments ago. No. He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless. The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Demon Gant. You yourself confessed to a certain truth. It's true. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest? Oh, yes. No. It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth. The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer. And there's only one person who that could be. Demon Gant, the killer, was you. A Wario laugh. May as well set loud car on a timer today, for real. Oh, he's hee-hee-ha-ha, and let's get through this. Yeah. The worst. Knew I should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years, he's been snooping around the department trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me. Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty. He wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Starr, then convinced Bruce Goodman. Detective Goodman? Yeah, that's right. If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you've got to help me. Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit. He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence. Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden he decided to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman? Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered. Well, he couldn't have that. He opened his evidence locker, and as he was taking the evidence out, he said, "It's not too late. I'm going to hand all this over to Marshall." Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9. That's when I saw it, that accursed knife. I couldn't just pull it out. Doing so would have only led to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime. Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worrying so much about the floor, I didn't realize my fatal mistake. The bloody handprint. On Detective Gumshoe's locker. I used to be known as the crime computer, but everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it. Then you put the body in my car? I'm sorry, I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives ever will. Leaving the prosecution's car aside, how? How could you get Miss Skye involved in all of this? Well, she had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out. So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker? I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take. So you left the jar fragments in the glove? Yeah. It looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. Yeah. They all did their best to get in my way. I've got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay. Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that. Tell me, Worthy, why do you stand in court? Me? You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. No. Should have just called an Uber. Oh my god, Vac. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Udgy. What? Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend. What? I'm sorry too, Demon Gant. I knew you as you used to be long ago. You were once a fine investigator and an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person. Those days are gone now, Udgy. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Now you have Righto here. And Worthy. With these two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sounds of a new beginning. Fade to black? There are two things I want you to understand. Yes? First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Demon Gant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Skye, you no longer have any reason to keep silent. You're right. When this trial's over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years, from the time I had Gant help me forge evidence up until today. So it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered. I'm sorry, Miss Skye. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble. My, what high standards you have for a rookie. I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows? A few years from now, you just might make it to the top. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. Miss Skye. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you. Humph, it was nothing. Liar. I was worried the pressure might break you, and yet you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth. Stop it, I only did my job. In light of this case, it seems a good self-examining is in order for all of us. Miss Skye? Yes, Your Honor? You are innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted as his accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date. Yes, I understand, Your Honor. Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling? It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains. Thank you, Theo. Once I get through some other games, I'll definitely play the second one. Well, this trial has gone on far too long already. Yeah, I agree. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Skye, not guilty. Woo! We got our confetti! That is all. This court is adjourned. Fuck yeah. All the hype, all the G's. At long last, it's finally over. Emma? Why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook. But at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit. No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended, I can see why Mia Fey thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. You've done well. You know, I did my best too, but Lana didn't say a single word to me. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. You're literally interrupting everything, Gumshoe. Timing has never been your forte. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Oh, thanks for all the G's. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making a detective run all around while on duty? And to top it all off, you call me here? I've seen happier people at funerals. This again? Hey, lighten up, pals. I'm only kidding. He just said the same thing he said at the last one. Are you here because of my sister again? Nope. Not this time. I came today because of you, pal. Me? That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone. Lana! Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know. But she didn't do it. Well, I won't tell if you won't. Emma, I owe you an apology. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. That day, 2 years ago, was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess. Sis, I asked Aunt to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake, but now I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself, but I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew. But sis, you were only doing it for me. No. Huh? I turned my back on you that day, and hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you. Sis, I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. You're happy? Of course. You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have. Oh, Emma. Big hug. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in so doing, we can find the way back to our rightful path, and it is from there that we can move on toward a brighter future. Well, that was cute. At least that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up. Same. Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe. Me? Thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right? Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Stop hiding and come over here. Where was he hiding? I just came to say congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Right, well, I'll be going now. Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you. It's too late for me. No matter what anyone may say, I realized today that I can't correct my mistakes. Mr. Edgeworth. Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right. You despise criminals, I can feel it. You and me were the same. One day I'll understand it. Believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time now. But Edgeworth... Who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I cannot continue on as a prosecutor. Edgeworth, don't you understand? Demon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma, were both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake. You said in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. That may be true, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. You were working together with Mr. Wright, and because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Oh, yeah. What is this, a pop quiz? Come on, Mr. Wright, show him what Lana's talking about. Evidence, huh? Something that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own. What? I mean, this? That wasn't it. Okay. It's time for me to go. Oh. Oh, it was the evidence list. Oh. Mr. Edgeworth, if you'll excuse me, there are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor. That was weird that it wanted me to present evidence there, but then didn't give me a chance to find what it actually was supposed to be. Edgeworth, what will you do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember, you can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you. I know, it seems I owe you my thanks too, right? But what I face now is my problem. Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court. Farewell. I think you get like one chance for better dialogue. Oh. Better be going too. Okay, but I'll be by to visit soon. It seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. Here, this is a little something for you. Scientific investigation. It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well. Thanks, sis. I will. And so another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Faith that their lives have only just begun. Fade to black. And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. A journey to rediscover myself. Well, don't go trekking off just yet, pal. Huh? What is it, detective? There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. I swear to God. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this. But I thought you said it was okay. Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks at the prison are a different story. Huh? Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either. Huh? Way to go, detective. I didn't know you had a wild side. Yeah, well, you see, Mr. Wright here's the one who will be footing the bill. Huh? What, you think I could afford it with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal. Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best. Why is it I suddenly feel like I want to scream? Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it off together? Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go. Objection. Wait. I was like, what's the objection? I arranged for a friend of mine in Europe to take care of Emma. I hope she'll be pleased to study under a top coroner. As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Still, I'll manage to find my way back to the field somehow. Then I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma. Cute. Oh my god. I was like, it looks okay on my end. What do you mean? Oh shit, they're saying things. I'm ending so late. You did it, thanks. Oh, Gumshoe kept his job. Okay, that's good. Alright, while we're going through credits on here, let me... Also, it already played this Super Mario Lo-Fi today, so that's annoying. I mean, it was good music, but... Oops. Oh, this is an easy choice. I don't know when she went live, because she was here. Let's put in the raid messages. And she will know that I have to leave, like, right away, too. So, we're good. This is the longest credits of my life. But thank you all for being here. Thank you for enjoying this game with me. For enjoying my responses to the game. Reactions, whatever they're called. I just appreciate y'all very much. This is a very long credit scene, and I have to go. Like, I have to, like, leave the house already. So, we're gonna just go ahead and put in the raid. I will be back tomorrow. I think at 9 a.m., potentially at 10. I'm not sure if I have to run errands or anything. There better not be a post-credits thing, because I literally don't have the energy. I'm leaving it here just in case, but we gonna raid Queen, and thanks so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. I hope we get to see you again soon. I did not post a schedule, but here's the socials. Discord is the last link. That is where I will definitely update the schedule and all of that. I'll try to post the schedule later this evening so that we have a plan for tomorrow and Thursday. I mean, tomorrow and Friday. I take Thursdays off. Can't believe I wasn't following already. Well, thank you for following now. I really appreciate it. It was so great to have you. I don't know how this is still going, but... Oh, well, of course, Nightbot plugged the socials again right after I just did. Let's give Queen some love. And, Maya! Maya's back. Ladyface, great to see you again, too. I hope you feel better. Oh, it's going. Bye, everybody.